Hi, everybody on Facebook and on YouTube. This is Renee from Paramount Solutions in Orlando, Florida. We are a small family-owned psychic service. We focus on quality readers and readings. We love our clients and our business, and we look forward to helping you. I have a lot to address tonight because I have kind of an exciting topic. Just wanted to say first is that we have a new moon, so it's a great time to burn a white candle. It's a good time for saging your house, doing any sort of good positive energy things that you want to do. Even if you just want to do a salt scrub, that would help too. Anything that'll bring some positive energy your way for this month is a great time to do it because of the new moon. It happened this morning at 8:16 a.m. So we are on the right track for a new positive April and May, end of April and early May. Today, I wanted to talk about psychic vampires. This is a crazy thing to talk about because it does happen, and it happens to all of us at one point of our life. And I think that as we get older with intuition, it gets a little bit better to identify them. However, sometimes you still get trapped in it. And so I just wanted to maybe address this with everybody and then try to see if we have any questions or any of it. Hello, nice to see everybody here. We love to see you all here. Well, the psychic vampires, they do exist. These are people who drain energy. They drain time. They drain just about everything from people around them. They may or may not understand that they're doing it. However, they are doing it. They're generally very self-centered and lack empathy as a person, as a human, and they can often take more than what they give. They really may not know that they do it. They might not be able to see it. They might not be able to feel it. It just depends on what kind of psychic vampire they are, if that makes any sense. They will try to convince you that you need to give whatever it is to them, whether they're needing love or money or anything like that. They're very self-serving, and if you learn how to identify them, you will be able to recognize them before they get into a tough situation that you have a hard time getting out of. Because sometimes you end up marrying them, or there could be a lot of different situations that you could end up in a psychic vampire with, and it can be very, very dangerous for your soul and for who you are. Anyway, things that, first I wanted to, kind of help identify the psychic vampires and then ways to protect yourself. And so what you want to do is when you're first meeting people, anyone, you definitely want to pay attention to your first impression. It's very important. You can actually journal your thoughts when meeting new people and then test yourself to see if your intuition is correct. Your intuition always has yourself in mind. It doesn't, it does obviously, if you have a child or something like that, you definitely want to listen to your intuition, obviously, because you're looking out for them also. However, generally speaking, intuition is a little bit more of a selfish thing in a good way for yourself to either set alarm bells with somebody or just to, see if some sort of their energy is off in any way. You definitely want to write those down and then see if you're right. Just honoring your first thoughts and feelings is very, very important. Ways to identify. There are many different types of psychic vampires, but they all have a few common themes. Some of them are narcissistic. Some of them are always victims. Sometimes they want to control you. Sometimes they're just a drama queen. The person is generally full of energy, but when you hang out with them or when you're around them too much, you just feel drained. They are very charming. Something may be off. You just kind of feel like something's off. But you definitely want to pay attention to your thoughts on that. Maybe the person needs too much attention, or maybe they just seem like they're kind of bad news. Maybe they have legal troubles or something like that, and just want to tell you or want your advice, stuff like that. Somebody who's always kind of taking for themselves versus actually giving something back to you. Because all relationships should be a two-way street. Sometimes, I guess sometimes it can go more one way than the other way, just depending on what happens in your life. But, you definitely want to have a two-way street in your relationship. If you're constantly giving your money, your time, your energy to a certain person, and you're not getting a lot back, that is definitely a psychic vampire. And you need to have ways to control, or to at least, help your energy stay, with you. The psychic vampires may be very flattering at first. However, it's a way of grooming you to suit their needs later, whatever it could be. They're just kind of using you and making you feel good for a little bit in order to get what they want down the line. Definitely have to be careful with that. They often complain. They complain a lot they might think the world is against them. They might think everything's against them. There's a million different things that can happen, but either way, they want you to listen to them. They want you to help them out with their complaints, which is another way of tipping the scale towards their direction of everything that they're getting from you. They don't really have too many close or authentic friends. Sometimes they're not with their family at Christmas or at any kind of holiday. They use that as a bargaining tool with you, so that they don't have anybody to hang out with. They will complain about that. They also don't really have a close circle of friends, or they are just estranged from their family. There is a reason that this happens. And, sometimes, people do go through hardships in life where they do end up a little bit more alone than other times. But there usually is like one or two really good, authentic friends that are with them. Other things with psychic vampires is you might have a lot of fun with them at first. There might be a few days, weeks, or months where they literally are just a blast to hang out with. But then they end up taking more and more energy. It could be, time, money, love, emotions. They put you on their roller coaster of life, and then they take advantage of you. And they get what they want, which is so unfair. It's all about them. At first, they might listen to you, give you love, give you care, but over time, they end up taking and taking, and they will keep taking unless you actually put a boundary up. They often manipulate your thoughts and emotions. They'll put you down either passively or overtly, like something that's really small or something that's big. They put you down. Even things that you should be proud of, they'll put you down just a little bit just to make sure that you're leveled a little bit with them on energy-wise, which is ridiculous. They make you feel guilty over a circumstance or your successes or even happy events of your life. That's very, very energy draining, somebody who's constantly kind of bringing you down like that. They can also, early signals is that they're going to be late for appointments, disrespectful of your time, or exaggerate or inflate their own importance on why they were late. That's just all disrespectful to you. In order to protect yourself, learning to know the signs and then recognize the signs of the psychic vampire early in the relationship will give you more power. Learning your boundaries. Boundaries are probably the most important part of the whole thing, because you might be able to handle small amounts of that person without feeling drained. But you can respect your boundaries in order to protect your own energy and keep yourself positive and not feel drained from them, drain your energy. Learn when to break off the relationship, or at least make the relationship very small in your life. Make it kind of like just an acquaintance more than a best friend. Often, in order to escape a psychic vampire, you have to completely break away. This can be tricky because the vampire may be at your job. It could be somebody that you're in a relationship with. Do what you have to do to stay safe and not lose your job, or keep on your own way. But know your boundaries in having this person in your life, and do not ever cross those boundaries once you have them up. That's very, very important. When you actually create a safe space through meditation, deep breathing, positive self-talk, find your little safe space. Make sure that you can practice that, pretty much, right away. Even just deep breathing will help you just, kind of regain your energy a little bit if that person comes around. Definitely deep breathing is helpful. I know that in my daily, with everybody's daily, life where you get a little stressful situations, it definitely helps to just practice some deep breathing just to keep your patience. But it can also help as in, bringing your energy back up also. Being able to just go into that energy area of deep breathing will also help you, maintain your sanity and maintain a little bit of a boundary from that person, even if they're somebody who you do have close contact with all the time. We actually love to help with this with psychic vampires. We love to help with it when it is a psychic. We also like to help when in any kind of relationship, really. But there are certain points where this one does get into, if it's like a really serious situation, you might need to see a therapist, law enforcement, or even domestic violence programs in your area. The National Domestic Violence, I think I have their 800 number. It's 1-800-799-7233. Know that there is help out there if you need help like that. But we just wanted to share this because we do have lots of experience with energy vampires. When we test readers that come on our line, which we always do test readings, and it's a pretty involved process of our testing, so we do have to get pretty personal with them. is sometimes it is an energy vampire. So we have to be able to identify that person before, we let them with our clients, or even over time identify them and then finally put the boundary for our clients. Because it can definitely be a difficult thing for people, and it can be a difficult thing for us. It's very heartbreaking to have an energy vampire in your life. They take so much more than they could ever give, and they will keep taking. And so having that boundary is very important. If you would like a reading, we have readers available now. We love to help people. That's what we do. You can call us at 1-800-966-2294, or you can click on our Facebook homepage and just click Call Now. If you're on YouTube, I think that you'd probably have to actually physically dial the phone number, so 1-800-966-2294. And if you happen to be also watching this on YouTube, we would appreciate it if you give us a thumbs up. We're trying to build our YouTube channel, and it's really, really fun so far, so we would appreciate that. We hope that you have a wonderful night and a wonderful evening, and definitely good luck with the psychic vampires. Learn how to identify them, and how to control and ways to protect yourself will definitely make a huge difference in your life. We hope that you are all doing well, and take care and have a good night. Bye-bye.